Goldsboro's Wayco Ham Company is offering an old-fashioned country ham recipe, but using 21st century techniques to make them.
Country ham is just something that's been around a long time. A lot of people still eat it. A lot of people have to get their seasoning meat, and so you can't get the seasoned meat without the country ham. So, I think it'll be around a while.
We are predominantly country ham, which is the old-fashioned salt-cured ham. We cure it, we get them in fresh within 24 hours of slaughter. We use North Carolina pork producers to keep everything in North Carolina.
Tony and George Worrell are the father and son team who run Wayco Ham Company. They have never altered the near 70-year-old family recipe for preserving Wayco country hams, but have introduced modern refrigeration techniques and technology that simulate the old days when country hams required 3 seasons of weather to preserve.
Essentially, it was a way for the early settlers, I guess, to preserve their meat after they slaughtered. And they would typically slaughter in the late fall. They would bury it in the sand, and it would cure over the winter. Then in the spring, it would dry out, and then in the summer, it would age. And at the end of the process, it was packed full of flavor.
Wayco Ham processes nearly 25,000 pounds of ham every week, and each ham goes through an 80-day process.
It starts with salting, and then after they lay in salt for 42 days, they move to it. They are washed, and then they go into an equalization room, and then they sit in the equalization room for 14 days, and then they move into the aging room. That's where that's the final process, and it lasts 25 days, and they've got to maintain 80 degrees in there.
Like other cuts of meat, different parts of a cured ham have different uses and recipes.
For one ham, you get a piece of hock off of it, you get some biscuit cuts out of it, you get center slices, you get centers and ends. You'll get ends and pieces, which people use for seasoning vegetables.
Tony Worrell says the best country hams offer a balance between flavor and salt to satisfy diners in smaller servings than other meats.
It has a very sort of mellow flavor when you're about like melt in your mouth. Not too salty, but you can taste a little bit of that salty. A country ham, you're going to need a smaller slice. You're not going to need a pound of country ham. I mean, you're not going to need 6 ounces of country ham. Usually when you eat a country ham, it's like an ounce, 2 ounces. And so you're not getting as much of that, the calories in, because you just don't eat as much.
The Wayco Ham team will admit country ham has a regional appeal in the South. But people who leave the South or other parts of America have Wayco's phone number and always place orders from throughout the country.
It's more of a Southern thing, and it's an acquired taste. The people that get transplanted out of the South, we send them to New York, we send them to Washington State, we send them to Alaska.
We have a very loyal customer base, and they love the flavor of our hams. So I would never change the timing or the cure mix or anything, how we process them.
And because country ham is designed not to spoil, it travels and ships very well. It allows customers to rest easy knowing country ham is always a meal option no matter where they live.
I think there are people all over the country that like country ham. We have a mail order side, and we ship them to California, the Northwest, the Northeast, all over the place. I think if you grew up eating country ham, you're always going to want some country ham. I mean, it's a very unique flavor.
To some diners, country ham is a culinary indulgence. Others will assure you it's a breakfast staple, while many other cooks will say the vegetables won't taste the same without being seasoned with salt-cured pork. So while technically the refrigerator has made meat curing unnecessary, about like the horse and buggy, country ham has held firm to its grip on the Southern breakfast and dinner plate.